What is up, guys? Tony here from Geekly Games, and today we got a yellow deck for you guys for the Ultimate Cup. It is not Secon. Of course, we got Cupimon here. We got ourselves some Ophanimon loop deck. With the hindrance of not having Lady Devimon here, we still can make it work with Maycrax, and the deck seems pretty consistent. And with the fact that we have mulligans, this deck just is really good now. We still have some Memboosts in here to help with consistency issues sometimes, but deck feels really great. But before we dive into the deck profile, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell for more Ultimate Cup deck profiles and just other deck profiles for BT-11. Also, make sure to check out our TCG Pro site at www.geeklegigames.com for all your Digimon needs. And without further ado, let's get with the deck profile. Alright, to start with the deck profile, we got 5 eggs for you guys here. Running 3 of the Cupies and 2 of the Upamons. Basically, all 5 of these cards tell you if you have 5 or more security, draw a card. If you have 3 or less security, draw a card. At any point in stage of the game here, we're going to be drawing cards with our rookies. So, pretty much that's not much to say with any of that. So, along with the Salamons. We got 4 of the EX1 Salamons here. This is when attacking. If you have 3 or more security, draw a card. This one egg, right? One egg. This one rookie here. With any of our eggs, we'll be drawing cards at any point in the game. To pair that up, running 3 copies of the X Antibody Salamon here. So basically, if your hand's really not that good to build up yet, and you're waiting to later on build up into your Ophani stack lineup, which we'll go over in a minute here. Salamon, you can push this out, go into X Salamon, X Antibody. Look at when Digivolve, look at the top card of security. You can do a couple more things here. You can leave it there. You can pull it to your hand and recover, or play a mind game, thinking that that card's really good, and like a tamer, whatever you need, whatever, to play some mind games with your opponent. Just hilarious to do. Up next after that, running 2 copies of Pillamon. Basically the best floodgate I can figure out. We can play Cupimon from what, BT4, BT5. Not really entirely sure what that is, whatever. And what set, I keep forgetting. But the only thing it stops is reduce digital illusion costs or whatever. So they're still gonna do what they're gonna do, like de-digivolve you or make some funny shenanigans. Sure, it would pass turn, whatever, but like they're still gonna do it. What this card does, it stops Reaper decks. It stops opposing Mastamon decks, whatever, even Secon if they want to play some stuff with Flame Hell Scythe. It stops Hydramon. It stops any deck that, you know, cheats shit out. So, this card, in my opinion, is infinitely better. And if anyone tells you any differently, if they go ahead and Flame Hell Scythe this to actually play out Digimon, they have to wait for the cards to effectively resolve. So this card would be at 0. They can't play anything with Flame Hell Scythe or what they're doing, you know, cheating stuff out. And then this will then die. So resolve the entire effect of a card first before letting this go. So if they go ahead and Flame Hell Scythe this, don't immediately put it away. This stays on the field to effectively resolve the card first. They can't do what they gotta do, and then this will go to the graveyard. Then lastly, running us Elusimon here. We can, if we really need to, loop this with Ophanimon. We could just put this out. Obviously, we can't Digivolve up because we want to be doing that with our level 4s. But in a pinch, if you really need that recovery and you just can't do it, throw this big guy down, 10k beat stick level 3, and yeah, and recover after that. And we can, if this is our hand early, ditching, 10 cards in the trash is no big deal. I mean, yeah, we don't have Lady Devimon to really do it, but we can get 10 pretty quick. Up next, running 4 copies of the Gatomon. This is a staple in every kind of Mass Day Ophanimon deck. Look at the top 3 cards you deck, and you may pull 2 cards that are yellow and purple. We do have some purple Digimon, obviously, itself here for the level 6 and level 5s, even level 7s. Spoiler alert. And then you have the Inheritable, and the turn you may DNA Digivolve. Up next, we got some Mankus here, just basically coming out of security, and the Undeletion effect to gain 2 memory if we have 2 more colors, which is our entire top end. And then lastly, the combo we do with Ophanimon here at the end of the game, we can go Black Gatomon for Rush, or we just have this out as our early level 4. We can go ahead and build a stack that has Retaliation. We can go ahead and just swing into a Digimon that we need to get our deletions, and then start the loop up again. Up next for all 5, running 4 copies of the Structure Deck 10 Angelomon here. This deck wants to be as very aggro as possible. It is not like traditional Massamon when it's sitting there with blocker, retaliation, and just stalling you out and then going for game as slowly as possible. This game wants to come out of the gates and just start beating you down with Holy Angels. So we have the on-play -2 security checks on a Digimon, and then the variable we're really playing for here is the +1 security if we have a purple Digimon on the field. Up next, we have our X-Antibody Angiomon here, which is basically, I like only playing this card with the Ophanimon because it works really well. It doesn't really, in my opinion, don't really work well with Massamon. But we have the security plot on -1 just for when Digivolving. But if you Digivolve on top of it, Angiomon or X-Antibody, which we don't play, we also get to recover 1. Which replaces the other copies of this Magna Angiomon here, which does a recovery for just on-play whatever. Because in hindsight, when you go up to the stack, you go into Gatomon, then Angiomon, then this card, -1 security, and then recover 1, and then you go into Ophanimon, and then recover again. So for 5 memory, you're recovering twice, as opposed to this for 7 memory, recovering once. So that's my opinion. It's all up to prep list. If you want to play a full set of this and not this lineup, you can go ahead and do so. It doesn't really do, you're just going to be missing that 1 extra recovery when going up your stack, but as in opposed to my other Ophanimon loop deck, which I'll post on the top left-hand corner here, you're going to check out what it used to look like. But this is ultimate cut restriction, so we can't play purple Digimon. But speaking of purple Digimon that has yellow in it, we have some mate cracks here to make up the difference. On player, when Digivolving, you may trash 1 card in your hand. If it's a purple card, delete level 3, and if it's a yellow card, give something next 3,000. So Hydramon, Commandermon decks, which is this is a really good card for you. Just go ahead, pitch 1 card, and delete 2 things. Then also has the on-deletion effect. If this Digimon has 2 more colors, gain 2 memory. Very nice. So if you have this Manku, we're gaining 4 memory, which is huge. That's definitely taking turns away. Speaking of, our main boss monster here is Ophanimon herself, which is when Digivolving, if you have a purple source, you can go ahead and delete a level 4 or lower. But if you have a yellow source, go ahead and recover. And then on deletion, play a level 4 or lower. So this card right here enables our entire loop. So what I'll do right now is I'll just take up this giant stack of cards, spit this card, this card, this card, and this card is all you need. You just need these cards. So rather than you play this on turn 1, you go ahead and, do your searching, whatever. And then come back to your turn, you go ahead and Digivolve for 1, go ahead and draw a card. Then go ahead for 0, draw a card, give some -1 security and gain recovery. And then you go up to the stack here. Recover, draw and recover. So you're recovering 2 for 5 memory right here. If you're obviously just play this out and this is the turn here, but this is chilling out here for as little as 5. Yeah, it's still 5 memory. So 1 here and 4 here. It's still 5 memory no matter what. Yeah, you're chilling there, waiting to smack next turn. And if somehow this goes down, if they answer to it, you spit this back out, and you can go ahead and just do it again if you have the cards in your hand, which more times than not you're gonna have it. Obviously, this can be the next Digimon. We have Mastamons. We're only running a set of 2. We're not really focusing on the DNAing, but it can happen. We can have we can have our level 5s out there being Maycrack and Angiomon. Even the X-Antibody version. Go ahead and up to this. We'll have the +1 security and on deletion, gain 2 memory. So that's also nice. But anyway, when Digivolving, you'll be able to pull a Digimon that's purple or yellow from your graveyard to the security stack, preferably a level 5 or lower, because that's the only Digimons you can spit out. You can't spit out any level 6s. This would be great if it could, but then it'd make this card broken. But to finish off Massamon, you get to delete on all turns. If any Digimon you play on the side of your field is special summoned, you can go ahead and delete whatever level or less that is. Then speaking of our Daimon, this has come up a couple times. Not all the time, but when it does happen, it happens. DNA Digivolving, go ahead and snipe a level 6 or level 7, and then right after that, every level 5 or lower after that. So if you're really getting smacked by little dinosaurs of V Brigade or a bunch of plants, fairies, and vegetation, go ahead and DNA Digivolve, go up in this, and then you just win the game. You just win. Nothing more to say about that. And obviously, when on deletion, You get a whole on deletion stacks, whatever, gain +2 memory of what has yous. You could just keep spitting this out, and the only way they can answer this is putting it back in your hand, or they put it at the bottom of your deck. Whereas not a lot of people have that answer to. Up next, for our Tamers, running 3 copies of the new Tamer Mirai. We don't have Lady Devi, obviously. We're just using this here for our utility, that we can play our options from our hand as early as possible. Unconditional game memory is also nice too. Up next, running TKs, probably our best Tamer in the deck. Not start of your turn. When you play it, you look at your security. You're gonna pull anything. Everything is yellow, so there's no missing with this. And then you can recover. And then finally, last of our Tamers, running just a single copy of Kari. Just having more copies of this, it could benefit, by recovering all that. But you can choose your ratios. You can run all 3 here and don't run TKs, or you can just run what you have here, or all 3 TKs. It don't really matter. But anyway, it's 6 Tamers. Kari here gives us up to 3 memory, and then we can suspend her if we add a card to the security. Up next, for our options, we're running a single Force of Memory and a yellow Mem Boost here. This one, you get to look at 2 cards and put 1 in security, 1 to hand, and gain 3 memory. And this one, looking for look at top 4 cards and pull any Digimon in our deck, because all of our cards are yellow, obviously, with Digimon, so this can't miss. And then gain 2 memory. I did listen to you guys with the Ophanimon deck profile for Nats, and about the whole spit about Mem Boost, so I'm definitely, if I do any more decks incorporating this Ophanimon in the future, it's going to have a Mem Boost in it now. Up next at that, running the infamous 4 Flame Hell sites here. The card's just too good to pass up. For 6, that's purple and yellow. Get some -6,000 on your opponent's side of the field to play out a Digimon that's 6,000 or less. We had a ton of targets for it. The only target this can't hit is our level 5 Anju-1 X antibody, and obviously our level 6s, of course, but this will target everything else. Except for Lucimon, of course, too, because it's 10k. And then lastly, it pains my soul. Only 1 Chaos Degradation. Honestly, though, I played 10 games with this deck with my buddy Mark, and 4 of those games, it's been in the security after recovering so much. It's just really nice. It's very funny. He's like, oh, this guy hit the 1, I'm still hitting this, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Getting salted, of course, but it's hilarious. But that would be it for the deck profile. Leave your thoughts, comments below. I love engaging you all in conversations of what this deck can, potentially be with other cards I missed out on. You definitely can play with, I think it's another starter deck 7, Anju-1 too. If you have 3 or less security, you can recover that. And then go up to Anju-1 X Antibody. You could definitely play that too. If you don't want to do any of the DNA, you can just take out the Makraks and just have it all Anju-1. You can definitely do that as well. So, if you don't know what I'm talking about here, so when we get back to it, if you do not run these 3 Digimon here that are purple-yellow, you can just run the, like I said, I think it's Structure Deck 7. I'll throw it up on the screen here. You can run that Anju-1 over this, and then you can definitely add another copy of this, so that way you're always Anju-1s, and you're always going to be doing that Security +1 or Recovery 1. So you definitely can do that as well, but this is the build I'm running with, and a friend of mine is also looking for this as well, so when she sees this, I hope she gives her thoughts, comments below as well. But like I said, we're running about 13 minutes here, so don't forget to get your geek on, and we'll see you guys next time.